Hey guys, it's Josh with JTech, and today I'm going to show you how to remove a strut assembly out of this 2006 Hyundai Accent. Couple things. First, make sure you're wearing gloves and safety glasses. Suspension components have a bunch of stuff in them. If you're using like an air hammer or something like that to get a bolt out, you don't want rust flakes flying in your eye. So another thing, make sure you get all your needed tools. It makes the job go by way faster. I've got everything I need laid out. Breaker bar, 12 socket, 17 millimeter socket. That's really all I need for this entire process. Alright, so first things first, the strut mount is up here on the top of the car. There's 4 bolts right here. These have to be broken loose first before you get down here and start digging around. Now that we've got those loose, we can come down here, see what we're working with. Okay, so this is a brake cable guide, I guess. So what we'll do, let's try and get this out. I think that's a 12. All right. Now we can move this freely. We don't gotta worry about it. Ugh. Take our 17 again, with our 1/2-inch breaker bar. Take these guys right here, break them loose, just like that. And then we've got a 15, I think that is, 14 millimeter sway bar link that we are going to have to take off to get the strut out as well. Alright, go ahead and move that back and out the way. I think we got a 10 millimeter nut here and a 10 mil here. This one actually looks loose already. Alright, got that loose. Get that 10 millimeter on the other side. That. And that just comes right out. Wheel speed sensor. Tuck that away so when the strut comes out, you don't want it to get caught on it and break. Alright, let's see. These two 17s got to come out now. Let's see if we can get on my electric impact. Rubber mallet. Kind of just hit them out. You don't want to damage the threads or anything. Pull up on the caliper a little bit. There we go. Alright, so I got the strut out of the Hyundai. I brought it over here to the compressor. And I went ahead and compressed the spring with these little guys. Basically all you do with this tool is line the spring up to where it's as even as it'll get. Tighten these little rings down so it clamps down on the spring, and make sure it's, like I said, lined up as best as you can get. So I've compressed the spring already. See how loose the strut is? Go ahead and take this off. You're supposed to catch that, but yeah, that's out. Basically, that's how you get the strut out of the spring. To put it back on, it's basically the reverse process. You just slide it back up in here like that. Get your bearing plate. It goes on a specific way. Make sure you put it back the way it came off. Just like that. Put this back on. You want to make sure that you torque this down back to the specifications it has. Okay, so sometimes you'll run into this problem where the strut, let's see if I can pull this up. When you're tightening this down, the strut spins. Sometimes I'm actually holding the boot and it's actually letting me tighten it down a little bit, but when I'm not, see that? So you can take, I would not suggest it, but because this is a junk strut, I'd probably take a vice grip, grip the actual strut right there. Or maybe if I just hold it, I can get it tight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab something really quick. Alright, so we've got the nut on there, the spring. Before I can decompress it completely, I want to make sure that it's lined up in the guides right here. So I'll look it up here at the top, making sure that it's right here at the stop, down here at the stop. Okay, and I've got my torque wrench set to the specified torque. Alright, we're good to go. So now I'm going to decompress the spring completely. Be very careful when you do this. You want to do it as slow as you can. If you hear any abnormal noises, that's when you're going to want to stop. Alright. Once you've done that, you can loosen these up. Out. And there you have your strut. Now we're going to put it back in the car. Hey guys, so I'm putting the strut back in the car. What I did first, just because it's kind of hard to record and do all this, I put these 3 bolts back in. I aligned the strut plate, the top plate up with the holes here, slid it in, and then just finger tight, I put these back where they belong. That way, if I need to move the strut around to get the knuckle back into the lower support down here, I can do that freely. So what you do is once you have that in place, you're gonna want to try and line this up as best as you can. Sometimes you might need like a pry bar to be able to push up on the strut as you line this up. So what we'll do, get the strut as close as we can to the bottom. Sometimes the metal here likes to seize. I don't have any WD-40 with me right now, but it would probably help a little bit if I did. Now it's going in. Make sure we don't hit that. That's our speed sensor, wheel speed sensor. Let's tuck that back there again. Alright, now that we've got that bottom hole lined up, well, it's pretty close. Still not exactly where we need it. There we go. Let's try that. Alright, if you're still having problems with the bolt, trying to get it in there, a little trick I like to do is take a pretty big screwdriver, insert it into the hole, like so, and just kind of pull towards you, and that'll prevent it from, coming out or anything like that. We've got this pretty dang close to being perfectly lined up. There we go. Just a little harder to get in there. Just a little hit with the hammer, one in there, push this up. Should slide right through. There we go. And then just finger tight for now. Put the nut on this side. These are the 17mm nuts. Got one on the bottom here. Before we get to tightening everything up, we got to make sure that everything that we took off, like the wheel speed sensor, is placed back where it belongs. Oh. So that's 10mm. This has a couple stays on the strut tower. So like I said, finger tight, that way if you need to move it around to get a bolt into a fitting, you can do so. Another one goes here. The wheel speed sensor goes underneath. Put that back in. Plug in the wheel speed sensor back where it goes. bolt hole lined up. It's another 10. Right. Just tighten these up real quick. All right, next we have our sway bar link, which for this might be a little more difficult to do. Let me see. As you can see, this doesn't line up where it's supposed to, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and tighten these down real quick, and the top mount. Using a 1/2-inch breaker bar for now. Nut back in there. That's a 12mm. Put it down here to the 17. Okay, so now I got a little pressure on the control arm. I'm gonna push up on the sway bar link right here, line it up with the hole, and put it through. Here's that. Now I'll just grab the bolt. Down there. Yeah. Put it through right here. Grab my wrench. Oh, it's a 15.
Put it in on the other side of the brake launcher.
All right, that's tight. Got these bolts down here tight. Wheel speed sensor is tight. These stays are tight. Sway bar. I've tightened the upper mounting bolts. And I know this is tight. I torqued that.
It's way off too.
All right, all I got to do now is put the wheel on, lower the vehicle, and that's how you remove a strut assembly, disassemble it, and then reinstall it. Thanks for watching my video.